What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to Josh's Comics. We were off for a bit due to an illness, but I am back. And what better way to kick off with a all dollar bin haul? The local 360 Comics dollar bin haul, I'll call it, happened 2 weekends ago, and I managed to pick up some great books. I originally wasn't even going for that until he announced it. I was originally going to pick up one big, huge grill, and I'll save that to the end of the video, so make sure you stay tuned to find out what I picked up on this next episode of Josh's Comics. Cool. Okay. Welcome back, guys. So yeah, as you saw from the footage, it was just another dollar bin haul or another dollar bin sale from 360 Comics in front of his house. Um, he does about 2 to 3 of them a year, and I always find success going. I kind of tapped myself this time. I picked up 33 books. I'm not going to show you all 33. Some of them are just good covers and dollar bin issues or books I'm trying to complete in some small runs, but I managed to find some decent keys in here. But originally, what happened was I was going up that weekend anyway to see him, to pick up, like I said earlier, a huge grail of mine, a Bat Family grail. Let's leave it like that. If you follow me on Instagram, you already know what that book is. I already posted it. Unfortunately, I was out all last week, sick as a dog. You can kind of see a little bit in my eyes are red. I had a double eye infection, sinus problem. Yeah, it was bad, but I'm back to feeling kind of myself again. And I decided, we definitely need to kick off. I have a lot of books to catch up on, hauls, and what better way? So the big Bat Family Grail is coming at the end of the video, of course. I can't wait for that. But let's jump into the dollar bin haul. Let's see. I don't even know if it's like the top 10. I just grabbed like the ones that I know are keys and are worth it. And well, let's start off with some Batman. Issue number 37 from the New 52 run. Now, this is not a key, but it is a great cover featuring the Joker. You know me, I'm working on a Joker collection, um, collecting a lot of Joker covers. And some are lot of the Golden Age, Silver Age stuff is pretty pricey. Some of the Modern Age stuff, there are a few Modern Age books that are worth a little bit, but some of these books aren't, which I'm surprised. I don't know, which is because of the new modern look, but I really dig that from Greg Capel. And I'm actually might be going up to Terrificon, and I think Greg might be there, so maybe we're looking to get in a sign. That'd be kind of cool. That's a dollar bin, but it was a great cover. This is pretty cool. The new champion of Shazam, she's got the power. Issue number 104. All 4 issues were in the bins. I did pick up the whole set. But this is the first solo series featuring Mary Marvel. Uh, this is the first solo series featuring Mary Marvel. Surprisingly, this is like what the character's probably been around for at least 40, 50 years, if not a bit long at that point. And I thought in Shazam 2 she was a highlight. I would like to see the actress come back, maybe bring some of those actors. And I like to see Mary kind of get some love. I think knowing James Gunn and how he likes to go to lesser known characters, I think there's a chance of it. Um, This is only like a $5 book at most. But still, it's her first solo series and great cover. And like I said, I got the other 3 issues for the whole 4 issue run, so definitely gonna read it and give it a go and see how it goes. Um, Moving on, he had a few copies of this, and I only grabbed one, but who knows? Maybe somebody else picked up the other ones. Falcon and Winter Soldier #1. This is the first appearance of the Natural, who's a gifted killer. And it's also the first appearance of Veronica Eden, who, from what I understand, is trying to become the next Madam, um, I'm completely messing up, man. I hate being sick. Um, for Hydra, she's trying to become the new Madam of Hydra, and so that's kind of cool. But it's also the first team up title of Falcon and Winter Soldier. Obviously, with the show that came out, now it would have to be rebranded to Captain America and Winter Soldier. But still, nice little got a little nice value to it. There are a couple of variant covers, and there's a variant cover that is pretty pricey. So always be on the lookout for that. This next book, I wish it was higher grade. I actually already have a copy of it I picked up recently, but I decided to go ahead and grab this because it's nice. It's definitely got a few spine ticks on it, and at the top it says Very Fine Plus for $6. Um, Mighty Avengers issue number 29. And this is a where Loki is disguised as Charlotte Witch on the cover. So take it as you will. Some would say maybe, I know like the Lady Loki covers of him being disguised as ladies kind of rose up in popularity after the Loki show, but again, I mean, near mint, yeah, this thing would probably be 10, 15, $15, $20 book. Again, this is very fine. The plus, I mean, you're probably looking at probably in the 7 to 8 range. It's got one, two, three, four, five, at least 5 color breaking ticks that I can see from. So, but still, nice little pickup for a buck. Can't pass that down. Speaking of Captain America and Falcon, look what I found for $1. Boom. This is Captain America issue number 117, first appearance of Falcon. Now, it's obviously not the original. Fun story though, Joe just had a 8.0 copy original sell. Kind of jealous, but I didn't have the money for it. But so I settled for this guy right here. This is the what do you call it? Fashion reprint. And I got this. I have a couple of these. I actually have the Batman one. I think I have the Justice League or Brave and the Bold 28 first Justice League, but I get these so I can just read the stories and be entertained by them. But for $1, I said why not? Obviously, I'm beating the cover price, which is $3.99. So fun fact: some of these reprints or phasms, I guess you would call them if I'm pronouncing it right. Um, could be worth like $10, $20, surprisingly. It's definitely interesting out there. This next one I chuckled when I saw because there's a sticker on it for $20. Obviously, and this is a bunch of collection show bought, so you put stuff together just to put in the dollar bins. Um, I think we all know what this is. In the poly bag, uh, Spider-Man, or not Spider-Man, Superman issue number 500. What is going on here, man? Spider-Man, Superman issue number 500 in the poly bag. Exclusive 8 extra story pages, Bloodline trading card featuring 4 new Supermen. And I think this is a bit of an underrated key, personally. This is the first appearance of Superboy, uh, Jonathan Kent, actually, who is a clone of Lex and Superman. That story was told, I wouldn't say the first live action of that was in Smallville, and who knows what James Gunn's gonna do? They could play that off. So again, it's not even his first appearance. It's quite a few, a bunch of first appearances actually. So I kind of consider it a undervalued. underrated key. And I mean, looking at the poly bag, I haven't opened it, haven't taken it out, so I don't know the shape it's in, but I said why not for $1? Take it, give it a good home. This next book is a bit of a surprise to find, and you saw it in the beginning of the video and the intro. It's not a key, but it's a 12-cent World's Finest, which is probably close to a $10 book, maybe more, even if it's not a key. World's Finest issue number 166, another Joker cover. I said, why not? I saw that for $1. I pulled it out, and Joe was surprised he left that in there. Um, I take it, 12 cents World Finest, why not? I kind of had an idea about collecting World's Finest, maybe doing a whole run, but pretty much issue 1 through 100 is just pricey. And even to get like the first 5 issues with like the first Scarecrow and everything, yeah, I don't know if we would ever afford that. But it's nice to pick up some of these great stories. There's actually an issue with the Clock King, I believe it is, if I'm not mistaken, and it's also the last Bill Finger work, I think, for any Batman title. So it'll be something I like to get one day. I think it's issue number 134 or something like that. I'll have to look into it. But nice World's Finest right there for $1. Can pass that up. This I knew about this book because of Bronzeville from Jim from Bronzeville Comics. I think 9/8 are pretty pricey if you can get it. And this thing honestly looks new mint, at least from the front. I don't know about the back. But Prometeo issue number 1. First appearance of Sophia Bangs. This is like killer, man. First appearance of Sophia, and yeah, nice little pickup. This is like a $20 book, honestly. It sucks because I know there was more issues in the run, and there's a few other keys that I should have looked for, especially the last issue, which is a low sacred print run, if I'm not mistaken. Um, but yeah, so saw that from Ron's Bill's videos. And I was like, you know what? I know that's a book. I know it's worth something. I get it for $1. Why not? This next book, I love picking this book up. I love Justice League. I literally have the Omniverse behind me. I have to read it. But this is issue number 1 from the Grant Morris Justice League. Now bear with me because it doesn't have it back. I don't have it boarded. It's gonna hang up there. So it's really cool in this version of Justice League. At the end of this issue though, cameo appearances of Wolverine and Doctor Doom appear awaiting, tied up to post awaiting death. Grant Morrison, I believe, just got off his run of X-Men and then jumped over into DC to do Justice League. If I'm not mistaken, yeah, that sounds about right because I know Grant goes on to do Batman. Yeah, when was this? In 2000? Oh no, this is June of '97. So yeah, maybe he went to maybe he went to Marvel after Justice League, did X-Men, and then came back and did his Batman run. But regardless, Grant Morrison's Justice League is very interesting. Some people have a hard time following Grant Morrison's writing. I don't. Um, I got all 3 volumes of his Batman, and I mean, you gotta know that in between those stories and events that happen. But like, if you're a Batman fan and you have knowledge of the history, you pretty much can follow along. But still, great issue. Issue number 1 for $1. Why not? It's not bordered, like I said, but like, I mean, I think it's in the near mint range. I probably have a few copies, but we'll have to see. This book, I knew it was. I immediately pulled it out because I knew it was something. Kang the Conqueror, issue number 1, and this is the origin of Kang, and it's his first solo series. So, excuse me, that's better for being said. Really great to own this. Now, here's the kicker. I have 2 copies. He had 3 or 4 copies of this. I took 2. Um, he did have issue number 2 in there. 2 copies of issue number 2. I didn't think nothing of it. I didn't think to grab it. After I'm done going through everything, I'm looking at everything and putting some stuff back, and I'm like, all right, I look up Kang on Key Collector. I see there's two issues that are keys. I'm like, oh, great. So I see issue two, which is the first appearance of Renee Slayer. I forget how to say her last name, but pretty much like Kang's love interest. She becomes Moon Knight. It's another like $10 book. Lucked out. Somebody grabbed them. So I missed out on that, but I got two copies of Kang the Conqueror. Probably keep one for the PC, and we'll probably put one in a giveaway eventually when we get to 1,000 subscribers. This book, and the last book of the $1 haul, I was really surprised to find it, and looked at it, and I'm like, dude, this looks like a Fantastic Four key, and I couldn't remember. Pulled it out, looked it up, and sure it is. Fantastic Four issue number 358, and this thing looks to be in great condition. First appearance of Philbot, a Power Skull, who is a captain in the Empire. So why not decide to go ahead and pick that up? And for $1, I mean, you can't pass Fantastic Four keys up, and it's like it's minted. So, excuse me, guys. I'm still recovering a little bit. Oh man. So that is it from the $1 haul. Now we're gonna take a look at the book that I originally went up there to get from Joe, and the dollar books were obviously a plus. This book is insane to me, knowing that I own this now, and I'm always collecting Batman keys. You guys know that. You know that from this channel. You can see from behind. Um, whether it be Rogue Villain first appearances, which another little hint, this is kind of underrated too because it's gets less love I think for the fact, but this is a first Silver Age Rogue Villain appearance as well, along with the first ever appearance of a Bat family member. And if you would ask me a few years ago, would I have this key in the collection? Eventually, yes. Did I think I'd have it 2 years after starting collecting? No. Luckily, Joe is this a great friend of mine, and he comes across a lot of books and collections, and I needed this book. I wanted this book. It had to be in the collection because I have a feeling that in the next year or so, if passing news happens, and if it goes the way I think it is, I'm sure this book's gonna rise up. And again, it's a Silver Age Bat family, Batman key, and those tend to always be blue chip keys, as people would call them. That always value usually always stays the same, or will always move up. I may never have a chance to get this in a solid grade like I did for the price. Now I'm just rambling on here. I'm hyping this thing up because it deserves it. Oh man, this is the $1 million debut of Batgirl. I I still cannot believe that I own this book right now. I had this for over 2 weeks. If you follow me on Instagram, you've already seen me post that I have it. I even did a on my Instagram. I also did and actually uploaded here on YouTube as well, a full page by page look into this book. Joe is an amazing human being, and I think he'd be okay with me talking price, but this is about a 4.0. He estimates the grade to be anywhere between a 4.0 to a 4.5. And his grade is usually spot on, so I don't have nothing to worry about. I would be stoked, and this will be going into CGC for sure. I will be stoked if this gets a 5.0. I would lose my mind, but I'm more thinking probably 4.0. I'll give you guys a close up of it. I mean, as you can see, like you know, Silver Age book, not in the worst shape. I've definitely seen worse, but he gave me this for a great deal, $400. A lot of people are probably thinking, wow, that's a lot of money. It is, trust me, but it's worth it. A 3.0 to 3.5 already CGC graded on eBay. I can't find anything less than $500 for them. Uh, a lot of 4.0 to 5.0 copies CGC graded, or well over $600. Me, I personally, if I'm buying Silver Age keys like this and they're important to me, I try to buy them already graded so I know what grade I'm really getting and I know what price to pay for. But Joe gave me a great deal on this, man, and this thing is just such a beauty. Um, Fun fact in the book, and if you go back and either watch it here on YouTube or you go on my Instagram channels, I'm flipping through. There is actually a page that is a whole ad page for the first appearance of Scarecrow. Well, not his first appearance, but his first Silver Age appearance. It's like his third overall appearance, second cover appearance, in Batman 189, which is an ad in this page. It is insane to see that. That's another underrated key, man. I gotta talk about later. But this isn't only just the first appearance and debut of Barbara Gordon, aka Batgirl, which, by the way, it's one of the best covers for a debut character, in my opinion. She is front and center. You have Batman and Robin on there. I mean, it doesn't get any better than that, right? Costumes in full display. The capes going out. One of the best, maybe the best first appearance debut character on a cover ever. And it's also, like I said earlier, a Silver Age rogue appearance. It's the first Silver Age appearance of Killer Moth. Now, Killer Moth obviously isn't that big of a villain, I guess. He's underused, I think, and at that time, especially now, you wouldn't probably see him. Um, I'm kind of working on a video about underused villains that I feel like should make a comeback. He'll probably be on the list. But again, another trying to check off, excuse me, on that first on the Silver Age rogue villain appearances, Killer Moth, and I knocked out Barbara Gordon's first appearance as Batgirl. Guys, I'm having a tremendous year right now. We're only in June. I mean, July is literally a week away, but I have picked up, you can see behind me, first appearance of Hawkeye, first Deathstroke, first Jason Todd in the 9.8, 8.5 first Elektra, like, first Bullseye. This year is massive. I have, and I haven't forgotten on my top 10 list. I actually have two books that you're gonna see in the next probably month or so coming in halls. Um, that I have checked off on that list. But this book, I could not turn this down. Joe had three copies. He had a PC copy for himself, which was like a 6.0 to 7.0, he said. Then he had a 5.0, 5.0 to 5.0 to 5.5 for I think 500 or 600 bucks, and he just sold that a few weeks ago. And then he had this one, and and even if it comes back a 3.5, I'll be happy. But his spotting's on, so it's either gonna be a 4 or 4.5. Even if it comes back a 4, I'm happy. Like I said, I love lower grade books like these, especially for Silver Age, because A, I can afford it, and B, I just feel like it gives it more of that like realistic look. Like I'm not saying I wouldn't want to own a 9.8 original Batgirl, but I don't even know if 9.8 is on the sensors. That's something you guys can let me know. But enough rambling on. I, oh man, I am so happy to have this book in the collection. You guys just like it's amazing. It's an amazing year so far, and we're chopping away. Um, I don't know what's next. Like, what book can I buy that's gonna tell you? It's funny. I'm sitting here thinking in my mind, what book can I buy that can top this? And I'm like, I know within a week or two, like I could try to find something. Now I really kind of do need to just take a step back a little bit in buying. Um, I gotta, you can see I'm starting to get a bit unorganized again. I gotta get some more short boxes. I got even more books in my collection. I got a full short box of books that I picked up from more from 360 as well as Hope of Chillytown and Brixo Comics. Guys, I got a lot of big books coming up. Maybe not as big as this, but some great books coming up in future hauls. So thank you so much for staying this late in the video. If you have, do me a favor, hit that like button and please subscribe. It'll help out the channel greatly. Um, you know, I would love to hit 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year. We're halfway there. I think it'd be really cool. Check me out weeknights. I'm on Comic Book Canon now. Kind of. I was fired. No, I wasn't fired. I wasn't depromoted either. It was more like I was on leave last week. Unfortunately, dealing with some legal issues for the canon. I had to fly over to Japan to talk to my lawyer. Sanaki Talaki is his name. Maybe. But weeknights, or sorry, not weeknights, every Sunday night at 8 p.m. Eastern Time on Comic Book Canon, I make phone expoundment on the news portion, news and rumors we talk about, and I'm in charge of that. So come on over, subscribe to them. It's a great show, community show. You can upload your fresh gets of the week and be entered to win a free slab at the end of every month. And up and coming cons, I have no idea. I don't have anything on my radar right now. I would imagine that maybe some of the local comic book shops are going to be doing some 4th of July sales, so I might try to sneak out and do some of those. Other than that, I don't think we have anything coming up. But, we'll see what happens next week. I'm back to doing videos full time. I'm starting to feel a bit better. Um, I hate to keep rambling on like this, but I think the setting might change a little bit. I'm looking to get into maybe a little bit of a bigger table, so that way I can do a little bit more video, like a better all around shot. And I'm thinking about getting a new mic set up with that, where I can get another mic that like attaches to the end of the table, comes up with an arm, and I can just move it in and out of my way. Maybe that would be cool. But yeah, so that's it, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you guys. Leave a like, comment, and let me know what you guys thought about the great $1 books I picked up from 360, but also the big boy, probably my biggest book in my collection currently right now. Um, Let me know what you guys think. I really appreciate it. So until next time, stay safe, take care of each other, and as always, we will see you in the next episode of Josh's Comics.